Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Vishal from Maharaja Agarsen University, Badi, Himachal Pradesh. Today we are going to discuss about the module Geography and Interface under the paper Tourism Products of India. After completing this module, students, you will be able to understand about the geography and its nomenclature, understand the significance of geography as a discipline, and also analyze the linkage of geography various disciplines. This is a fact that we are the residents of this wonderful planet called Earth, and we are blessed with so many things by this Mother Earth, which is badly needed for our survival. Mother Earth is also a home of numerous small and big creatures, living and non-living micro and macroorganisms whose contribution can be ignored. The earth is full of variations, and as a result, mountains, hills, valleys, rivers, forests, plains, plateau, ocean, sea, lakes, ponds, deserts, wilderness, etc. exists. Our life is affected by existing surroundings in many ways. If we turn the pages of history, we get that the primitive man sustained by consuming plants and animals. With passage of time, stone tools were chills to produce food grains and kill animals. With the help of land, water and favorable environment, primitive men make this earth an abode of human settlements. A series of development occurred, and as a result, we developed a food habit, house pattern, and clothing according to the prevailing climatic conditions. This was the beginning of an infant culture. We developed villages with basic facilities, cities in terms of economic opportunities, roads for movement, railway for comfort and ease, ports for revenue, market for exchange, and many things necessary for our cultural existence. All these developments took place in the contrary to earth sacrifice. Thus, we entered into a journey of civilization which has no limit in the prospects of development. We are moving ahead by innovations in various areas which we gain for the earth, by the earth, and of the earth and its surroundings. Let us discuss now the geography in the context of multi-disciplines. The term geography was coined by the Eratosthenes in 276-194 BC. The term geography has been derived from Greek word geo, which means earth, and graphos, which means description. Thus, it can be said that geography is the description of the earth. If the earth is abode of human beings, it is natural that many things will come out with this because human beings are interacting with its surroundings. The earth is multidimensional, and this feature distinguishes geography into two parts, that is human geography or cultural geography. Number 2, physical geography, human geography. Human geography deals with the existence of human being and their settlement pattern. It also focuses on the variations and developments that took place in the past. As a result, there has been emerged many disciplines like anthropology, history, sociology, political science, and many more. When we are talking about physical geography, the study has given birth to many disciplines like geology, pedology, oceanography, botany, meteorology, etc. There are variations over the surface of earth in its physical as well as cultural environments since its inception. Thus, geography has become an important tool to study the variations and areal differentiation. Geographers do not focus only on the study of variations that happens to be at Earth's surface, but also on the reasons or causes of such variations. The example can be in the form of crop which is grown in India in different way and with many variations. The study of geography concentrates on cropping pattern and the variations occurring due to soil, climate, demand, economics, technology, education of farmer, investment, etc. Thus, geographers study on the causal relationship between the phenomenon or phenomena. They stress on the cause and effect relationship. Physical and cultural components are dynamic in nature because they change due to interaction taking place mutually. The best example can be considered as the development of human beings in many folds. The story and history of primitive man is known to us, and due to continuous interaction with the environment, adaptation and modifications, human being has become so powerful to conquer nature through his efforts. Human beings are an integral part of nature, and nature is incomplete without human beings. They are counterpart of each other, and in development process both are benefited. The imprints of nature can be traced on the food, clothes, houses and occupation. The present society is a result of interaction with their immediate environment, which was taken over by the primitive society. They fought with the immediate physical environment for their sustainability. Present society is based on technological advancement which they invented for their survival, though the technology in primitive society was nature friendly, but the greed and necessity has motivated societies to invent technologies taking resources from nature and on the cost of its physical environment. The tragedy of the story is that the base of all the technology is nature, and all the developments are going against it. All the societies have moved from the stage of necessity to a stage of freedom because of technology. They have put their imprints everywhere and give birth to new avenues by collaborating with nature. This whole process in geography is described as the special organization and special interaction. Thus, geography as a discipline talks about space and its characteristics and attributes. Geography as a discipline is of synthesis. The world has become a global village, and being a global village, it has become important to analyze the significance of geography. As a discipline, geography has interfaces with natural and social sciences. Being geographer, we should not forget that all the sciences have a common objective, that they are focused on reality. Geography as a discipline talks about all the fields through which it has got interface. The examples from natural science like botany, geology, chemistry, geology, astronomy, etc. are linked with geography, while the components of social sciences like anthropology, economics, communication, history, sociology, political science, etc. have nexus with geography. Geography as a discipline is a wide spectrum of geography that gives idea of its connection with natural as well as social science. Being a geography student, there is a need of understanding of all the related fields to which geography is related and also logically integrates them. For this orientation, we can divide the interface into two parts: geography with natural sciences and geography with social sciences. Geography with natural science. The physical geography deals with geology, meteorology, hydrology, and pedology. The other disciplines through which geography is associated are geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, and soil, because they are also the part of natural science and they derive all form of information from this science only. Biography components like botany, geology, ecology are also attached with geography. Mathematics and art are not far behind because the measurement, calculation and creating and designing maps are essential components of geography. The art of making maps and charts requires proficiency in mathematics. Geography talks about longitude and latitude, which further attracts astrologers in identifying the locations over map. Measuring the size of the earth is also a part of geography and it is dealt by geology. Geography with social science. The geography is associated with social science because all the activities of human beings, more or less directly or indirectly, are linked with it. History is an important component of civilization and geography is a linking component to history. It describes the settlement pattern of the place, environment, climate, rainfall, temperature, humidity, everything. It also gives a wide description of the economic activity of the society. It also puts stress on political issues of countries, their territory, people, and sovereignty, etc. All the special attributes of a place are included into a social science. Population geography is closely linked with the demographic profile of the country or place. As discussed, it is clear that geography has become a vital for every discipline and has got nexus with natural and social sciences. The other disciplines have their own scope, but geography as a domain has been significant to everyone, whether he or she is a student of arts, science or social science or of whatever field, geography will remain with them. All the planning, policies, development, etc. starts from the consideration of the place, population and their special attributes. Now, let's discuss the branches of geography. Geography is an interdisciplinary subject and it needs some approaches to be studied. There are two approaches that govern geography as a subject. The first approach is systematic approach and the second is regional approach. Systematic approach was introduced by a German geographer Alexander von Humboldt. According to this approach, the study of the geography as a phenomenon is studied worldwide as a whole and later the typology and other forms are created or special pattern is studied. For example, if anyone is interested in studying the distribution of natural vegetation, then he or she has to study the distribution of the vegetation worldwide, and after that the divisions like tropical rainforests, equatorial rainforest, monsoon forest will be identified, studied and discussed. Regional approach of geography is developed by Karl Ritter, who is also from Germany. According to this approach, the world is divided into many regions and all the geographical phenomena of a specific region or regions are studied. The identified region may be a natural habitat, political or any identified place. The study is done in a holistic manner to promote unity in diversity. Geography is based on the principle of dualism because a geographer cannot ignore the causal relationship of dependent variables. We study about the physical geography which also inculcated human beings along with other resources. The causal relationship is studied on the pattern of impact of the place in terms of rainfall, temperature, humidity on human beings, which further denoted as cultural geography. Branches of geography based on the principle of systematic approach. It is divided into three types: physical geography, human geography and biogeography. Their details are discussing as below. Physical geography. Geomorphology. It is the study of landforms, the process of their evolution and other related processes. Climatology. It is the study of atmosphere and the elements of weather and climate like rainfall, temperature, humidity and their types. Hydrology. It is the study of water bodies available on the surface of the earth. It inculcates rivers, ponds, lakes, ocean, etc. and analyzes its impact on different species including human beings. Soil geography. It is the study of the process of soil formation, their types, distribution, their fertility status, crops to be grown and their uses. Human geography. The components of human geography are cultural geography. It deals with society, its development, cultural components and spatial dynamism. Settlement geography. It concentrates on population, its distribution, density, sex ratio, existing occupation, etc. Economic geography. It deals with sources of income in the society like agriculture, industry, trade and commerce, production, demand, supply, infrastructure, etc. Historical geography. This study is primarily done for studying the historical evolution of the place, its periodical changes, because the present place might have some chronological developments. Political geography. It focuses on the boundaries of the place, its neighbor, political system, governing bodies, elections, as well as political behavior of the place. Biogeography. The result on interaction between physical geography and cultural geography brought the new term called as biogeography. It has following areas. Plant geography. It is the study of spatial distribution of the vegetation in their natural habitat. Zoogeography. It is the study of the characteristics of the animals, their distribution and natural habitat. Ecosystem. The study deals with the interaction between micro and macroorganism of a particular region, their independency, food chain, food web, etc. Environmental geography. This study takes consideration of environmental issues like flood, pollution and drought, land resource, use pattern, conservation techniques, etc. Branches of geography based on regional approach. The main focus is on the regional sovereignty of the area. The detailed description is given as regional study. It focuses on micro and macro study of the given region. It may inculcate any discipline, area for study like architecture, pattern of any place. Regional planning. The planning process may start by considering the local resources into consideration. The specific area may further divided into zones. Regional development. This study is done by identifying the area in which development is required. The example can be improving the education system of a specific region, implementing hygiene and sanitation program for slum area. Regional analysis. The analysis is important for two aspects. First is philosophical and second is methodological. Philosophical puts stress on geographical thoughts and human ecology. It also takes into consideration for methods and techniques like using computer technology for cartography, doing quantitative analysis by implementing statistical tool, field visits and inculcating geoinformatics techniques like GIS, GPS and remote sensing. The word geography denotes the study of earth. This earth is birthplace of human civilization. Mother Earth has given us food, air, water and shelter for our survival. This earth is an abode of many living and non-living micro and macro organisms whose contribution cannot be ignored. The earth is full of variations and as a result, mountains, hills, valleys, rivers, forests, plains, plateau, ocean, sea, lakes, ponds, deserts, wilderness, etc. exist. This creates an ecosystem in which the role of every individual is defined. The primitive man also learned habitat from them and settled at a place, calling it a dwelling place. This was the beginning of the settlement pattern. It gave birth to the culture of the place influenced by its climatic condition. With the passage of time, the civilization took place in almost every area like food habits, clothes, shelter, transport, communication, economy, etc. This phenomena in geography has been indicated as special interaction and special organization which describes about the attributes and features of a space. Geography as a discipline is linked with all those components which exist on this earth. So it is important to have their information for any geographer. There are two aspects of the geography, that is human geography or cultural geography and physical geography. Human geography concentrates on cultural aspects, sociological aspects, anthropological aspects, historical aspects, political aspects and many more. Physical geography puts lights on natural aspects like mountains, rivers, plants, animals and as a result deals with the subjects like botany, zoology, geology, oceanography, pedology and meteorology, etc. Geography as a discipline can be divided into two parts. Part 1 discusses about linkage of geography with natural sciences and part 2 show its linkage with social science. Geography is linked with subjects like geology, meteorology, hydrology, pedology, geomorphology, climatology, oceanography and soil biogeography. Components like botany, geology, ecology are also attached with geography. Mathematics and art are also a part of this because the measurement, calculation and creating and designing maps are essential components of geography. The art of making maps and charts requires proficiency in mathematics. The geography is associated with social science. History is an important component of civilization, and geography is a linking component to history. It describes the settlement pattern of the place, environment, climate, rainfall, temperature, humidity, everything. It also gives a wide description of the economic activity of the society. It also puts stress on political issues of the country, their territory, people, and sovereignty, etc. All the special attributes of a place are included into social science. There are two approaches to study geography as a discipline. The first approach is systematic approach and the second is regional approach. According to this approach, the study of geography as a phenomenon is studied worldwide as a whole, and later the typology and other forms are created or special pattern is studied. According to regional approach, the world is divided into many regions and all the geographical phenomena of a specific region or regions are studied. There are three branches of systematic approach which is further segmented into physical geography, human geography and biogeography. The regional approach focuses on the regional sovereignty of the area and inculcates regional study, regional planning, regional development and regional analysis. Thank you very much.